On the front side, so not the side where you see the lines, but on the front side, you're going to lightly label each panel. We're going back to pencil for this and pressing really lightly so you don't want to see through your drawing later on. And it's going to be 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B, 3A, 3B, etc. In the end, it should get up to 12B. So you should have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and both of those should have A and then B. Once you have numbered your zigzagged paper, it's time to number your drawings. Now make sure that you hold both of your drawings so that the tops are in the same direction, so one is not upside down. Mine happen to be abstract, so it doesn't totally matter, but most of yours need to be in a certain direction. So make sure that they both have the tops facing the top. Now, when you go to number your drawings, you have to be careful because you want, strip number 1 to end up on strip number 1. However, when we number them, we're numbering the back. Notice where my hand is here. When I flip it over, suddenly number 1 is all the way on the right instead of the left. So when you number your paper, you have to go from right to left rather than left to right. I'm gonna let you use the paper cutter to cut these up to make it a little bit faster. So what you're gonna do is you're going to use the lines that you had measured here as your guide and just gently flatten the paper out. Line up your edges. Okay, so it should go across like this. And again, we're starting from the right. So within that strip, you don't have to draw that line, but within that strip, I'm going to say 1A. This paper is A. 2A. 3A. 4A. Etc. You should have 12 total. Okay, notice how they're each equally placed at the top. Okay, put that aside. Take your second drawing, again making sure that the top's at the top. Flip it over, line it up at the edge. Again, you're starting at the right side, but this is paper B. So 1B, 2B, okay, so you also went to number 12. Now it's time to start cutting these. Rather than measuring, I am going to let you use my small paper cutter for this part of the project. Now, the small one, as opposed to the big one, doesn't really have a blade, but you still want to avoid putting your hand here or putting your hand anywhere near where the lever goes down to cut. So you hold it, one hand holds the lever, it's off screen, but one hand holds the lever and goes down, the other hand carefully moves the paper. Okay, take your paper, and as you can see, there's no 12, there's just 11. But that's where we're going to start. In order to line up your paper, it can't be in the middle. It lines up against this top edge, and you line the left side up with the 11. Make sure it's even the whole way. Hold it in place. Again, your left hand is not anywhere near the blade, it's just supporting it here. And if it's straight, then you cut. Make sure it lifts all the way up, and then we go to 10. Make sure it's straight. Now be because you had spaced those out before. Now you have your strips. You turn them around, they look like this. You can see how it can get confusing, the order. That's why you have the numbers there, so that later on you'll be able to match them back up. This last one gets a little tricky because you have to fit underneath. Now you can't see because you're above, but there is a number 1 under here. So you have to line it up with that number 1. You can ask my help for this when you get to it if you need that help. Okay, so I'm lining it up. Now I'm going to support this with my right hand. I'm not going to put this all the way down with my left hand because I would cut my finger. So I'm just going to line it up and I'm going to put it down until this support piece can put pressure. Okay, now again, I'm keeping my fingers off to the side, just on the support piece. And once I know that my hands are clear, I do that last piece. Okay, and now I have 12 strips of what was my drawing. Okay, make sure you don't lose any of those strips. And do the same thing with drawing number B, or drawing letter B.